Welcome to this comprehensive guide on Kubernetes on Azure, focusing on Azure Kubernetes Service configuration. In this video, we'll explore how to set up and manage AKS effectively. Azure Kubernetes Service, or AKS, is Microsoft's managed container orchestration platform that simplifies running Kubernetes workloads in the cloud. Throughout this session, we'll cover everything from basic concepts to advanced configuration options that will help you deploy and manage containerized applications with confidence. Azure Kubernetes Service is a fully managed Kubernetes container orchestration service provided by Microsoft Azure. It runs on Azure infrastructure and handles the complex management tasks for you. AKS simplifies operations by providing automated upgrades, patching, and monitoring, all integrated seamlessly with Azure services. One of the most attractive features is that the control plane is completely free. You only pay for the worker nodes that run your applications. AKS is enterprise-ready, offering built-in security features, compliance standards, and tight integration with Azure Active Directory for identity management. Understanding the architecture of AKS is crucial for effective management. The architecture is divided into two main categories. First, we have Azure Managed Components. These include the control plane, which consists of the API server, scheduler, and controller manager. The control plane orchestrates all cluster operations. Also managed by Azure is Etcetera, which is the distributed key-value store that maintains the cluster's state. The second category includes user-managed components. These are the node pools, which are the worker nodes that actually run your workloads, and the containers themselves, which include your application pods and services. This separation allows you to focus on your applications while Azure handles the infrastructure complexity. There are multiple ways to create an AKS cluster, giving you flexibility based on your preferences and workflows. You can use the Azure portal for a graphical interface, which is great for getting started and understanding all available options. The Azure Command Line Interface, or CLI, provides a scriptable way to create clusters, perfect for automation and repeatability. For infrastructure as code approaches, you can use Azure Resource Manager templates or Terraform. Here's a quick example using the Azure CLI. The as-ax-create command creates a new cluster. You specify the resource group, give your cluster a name, set the initial node count to 3, enable managed identity for secure authentication, and generate SSH keys for node access. This single command provisions your entire Kubernetes cluster on Azure. AKS uses the concept of node pools to organize and manage worker nodes. There are two types of node pools. System pools are required for every AKS cluster and run critical system pods that keep the cluster operational. You need at least one node in a system pool, and they must be Linux-based. These pools ensure your cluster's core functionality is always available. User pools, on the other hand, are optional and specifically designed for running your application workloads. You can create multiple user pools with different configurations to match various application requirements. User pools support both Linux and Windows nodes, giving you flexibility in hosting different types of workloads. This separation ensures that system operations don't compete with application workloads for resources. AKS offers two primary networking options, each suited for different scenarios. The first option is kubenet, which provides basic networking. Kubenet uses network address translation, or NAT, and results in lower IP address consumption. It's simpler to set up but requires root table management. Kubenet is ideal for development environments or scenarios where you want to conserve IP addresses. The second option is Azure Container Networking Interface, or Azure CNI, which offers advanced networking capabilities. Azure CNI provides direct integration with your Azure Virtual Network, allowing pods to receive IP addresses from the VNet. This enables pod-level network policies for fine-grained security control and offers better connectivity with on-premises networks. Azure CNI is recommended for production workloads that require enterprise-grade networking features. Security and access control in AKS rely on multiple integrated identity and access management features. Azure Active Directory integration provides centralized authentication across your organization, supporting single sign-on and multi-factor authentication for enhanced security. Managed identities eliminate the need to manage credentials manually. They allow your AKS cluster and applications to access Azure resources securely. You can use system-assigned identities that are tied to the cluster lifecycle or user-assigned identities for more control. Kubernetes Role-Based Access Control, or RBAC, provides fine-grained permissions within the cluster. You can define roles and assign them to users or groups, enabling namespace-level isolation and precise control over who can do what. Azure Key Vault integration allows you to store and manage secrets, certificates, and keys securely. Using the Container Storage Interface driver, your applications can access these secrets without hard-coding sensitive information. AKS supports multiple Azure storage options to meet different application requirements. Azure Disks provide block storage with high-performance characteristics. They support read-write-once access mode, meaning a single pod can mount them at a time. They're ideal for databases and applications requiring fast, dedicated storage. Azure Files offers shared file storage using the SMB protocol. It supports read-write-many access mode, allowing multiple pods to access the same storage simultaneously. This is perfect for scenarios requiring shared data access. Azure Blob storage can be used for object storage through the CSI driver. It's cost-effective and ideal for storing large objects like media files or backups. Storage classes define different storage types and provisioners, letting you create templates for storage with specific characteristics. Dynamic provisioning automatically creates persistent volumes when requested by applications. Volume snapshots provide backup and restore capabilities, enabling you to protect your data and recover from failures. AKS provides multiple scaling mechanisms to ensure your applications can handle varying workloads efficiently. The cluster Autoscaler automatically adds or removes nodes based on resource demands from your pods. When pods cannot be scheduled due to insufficient resources, new nodes are added. When nodes are underutilized, they're removed to optimize costs. The horizontal pod autoscaler scales the number of pod replicas automatically based on observed metrics like CPU or memory utilization. It can also use custom metrics for more sophisticated scaling decisions. This ensures your applications maintain performance under load while conserving resources during quiet periods. Manual scaling gives you direct control through the Azure portal or CLI. You can set minimum and maximum node counts for each node pool and scale them on demand. Virtual nodes provide serverless scaling using Azure container instances. They offer rapid burst capacity without provisioning additional VMs, perfect for handling sudden traffic spikes or batch processing jobs. Effective monitoring and security are essential for production AKS clusters. On the monitoring side, Azure Monitor with Container Insights provides comprehensive metrics and logs for your cluster and applications. It gives you visibility into resource utilization, application performance, and cluster health. Log Analytics serves as your centralized logging platform where you can query and analyze logs from all cluster components. Alerts and notifications enable proactive issue detection, allowing you to respond to problems before they impact users. For security, network policies control traffic between pods, implementing microsegmentation within your cluster. Azure Policy enforces compliance and governance standards across your AKS clusters, ensuring configurations meet organizational requirements. Microsoft Defender for Containers provides advanced threat detection and protection, identifying vulnerabilities in container images and monitoring runtime behavior for suspicious activities. Together, these tools provide comprehensive observability and security for your Kubernetes workloads. Let's recap the essential concepts we've covered. Azure Kubernetes Service provides fully managed Kubernetes infrastructure with a free control plane, meaning you only pay for the compute resources your applications actually use. When configuring AKS, remember to carefully plan your node pools, networking strategy, and storage options based on your specific workload requirements. security should be a top priority. Leverage Azure Active Directory integration, Kubernetes RBAC, and managed identities to ensure robust access control and authentication. Finally, implement auto-scaling mechanisms and comprehensive monitoring to maintain optimal performance and quickly identify issues. With these fundamentals in place, you're well-equipped to deploy and manage production-ready Kubernetes workloads on Azure. Thank you for watching, and happy clustering.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.